Walking back home from Nineveh, in memory of Lilian Hopkins. There's a disconsolate light blowing in from Nineveh. It is listless and it is drab, and torn clouds reveal the discontented sky swept clean of birds. And there is a road that appears to never end, that cuts deeply through these once friendly fields where I walked in summers long ago. The grass is now old and has lost its sweetness, and the blackberries clinging to their briar are woody and bland. So what was it that made me stop? A scent, a sound, a movement of light? And all at once I remembered a snatched conversation and a smile over the post office counter, the exchange of change below the friendly old clock, the pressing down of licked stamps onto waiting envelopes, the wooden racks containing a rainbow of official forms, the collection of toys for sale on the corner table, the smell of paper, ink and glue, and the cedar-scented bundles of pencils and the sharp tang of loose coins and fresh cut flowers. And in all that bustle, time to reminisce about a world that once was. The people who lived, the farms, the families, the social meetings and dances. Memories of the summer nights of youth when the world was coloured with song and dance and vibrant with life. And behind the counter the familiar twinkle of eyes peering over their spectacle frames as the change is carefully counted out. And the knowing smiles of her daughters who have heard the old stories all before, but know that old stories are always worth the retelling and the remembering. And the glow of a young girl beneath an older skin. And now I remember them too, even though they were once not my memories. And I can see two good friends, linked arm in arm and more behind, carefree, walking down this moonlit lane, and across the vale broken strands of distant music hang upon the still night air, as a lazy mist softens distant trees and hedgerows. The air, cow-sweet and perfumed with honeysuckle and lilac, and the call of an owl full of such strange melancholy. And if the swirl of stars was not as bright, nor the fat old moon as quite as full, and if the music was not as giddy, nor the dusty moonlit road glistening quite so white beneath them, or the lamplit windows across the sleeping fields quite as welcoming, and if the air was not really so sweet, or filled with the magic of young dreams, and perhaps the bond of friendship was not quite so strong, and perhaps there was no owl. But that is how it should have been. And that is how it was remembered in that brief halo of time, standing at the post office counter, and now how it will forever be. So that years later, on one dreary, discontented day, on a never-ending road, a happy figure emerges, linked arm in arm with her friend, walking back home from Nineveh.